Hey guys, it's been a few weeks, but it's good to be back with you. Had to have some minor surgery. Nice people at UAB Alabama fixed me, and I want to thank them for the wonderful care they gave me. Their doctors and nurses were the most kind, considerate, and professional people that have ever worked on me. Thank you so much, guys, for everything you did for me. So a lot's gone on in the last couple of weeks. The big story no one's talking about, stories, is the murder of Connor Hennett. I've seen very few mainstream sources even talking about this. So a young boy, 5 years old, Cannon Hennett, I think I said Connor before, I don't know why I keep doing it, but Cannon Hennett. Say his name, people. Cannon Hennett. A young 5-year-old boy. A beautiful, vital piece of our future. Was playing in his yard with his siblings, doing what little children are supposed to do. And an angry, evil, vile, black man with a gun killed him. Now this video is not about racism. Not in any way, shape, or form. There is never a reason to hate someone for something they can't help. That's stupidity. You are born with a melanin level. You can't control that. It is not what makes you evil. But an ideology can make you evil. And the ideology being perpetrated by Black Lives Matter is exactly what led to this. The ideology being perpetrated by the NFAC is exactly what led to this. The ideology being perpetrated by the Black Hebrew Israelites is exactly what led to this. The ideology being perpetrated by the new Black Panther Party is exactly what led to this. It is vile and it's evil. And it doesn't end there. In Chicago, within that same month time frame, a young girl, Natalie Wallace, was murdered in her front yard. A young black girl. Shot and killed by violence perpetrated by young black men. Who are just as brainwashed by these leftist ideologies as the young man who murdered Cannon Hennett. I know you haven't heard her name in a few weeks, probably, because she's a footnote in the mainstream media's, campaign of capitulation and bullshit. But Natalie Wallace, a 7-year-old black girl who could have grown up to do anything, who could have grown up to see everything going on in her neighborhood and want to change it, to make the world better, snuffed out by leftist BS. But that's just the ground level, people. Not a month ago, our Supreme Court said that a state's law to protect the unborn of every race, not just one, but every race, was unconstitutional. The very first 3 paragraphs of our Declaration of Independence settles that. It is in the very foundation of our Declaration of Independence that the creation of life is a constitutionally protected thing, that life is constitutionally protected. But our Supreme Court is not interested in justice. They are a tool of regulation. being governed by monsters. Monsters who are feeding on our children. It's not just your leftist activists, it's our leftist and left and right politicians as well. Any politician that says any law that protects children is unconstitutional is an enemy to the people. Because contrary to what you want to think, children are people too. Our court system is riddled with the allies of evil. An appeals court just gave Hillary Clinton a pass on speaking before Congress regarding her emails. You know, some of those emails might have been stuff about Benghazi, sure. And if that's your narrative, cool. But being as her husband was just exposed on the internet, getting a shoulder rub from one of Jeffrey Epstein's victims, do you think maybe some of those emails could have had something to do with children being trafficked and tortured and eaten alive? And you have to ask yourself, the judges that protected her from testifying to that, how many pictures of them are there with those kids? But they are not the real problem. The real problem is us and our capitulation to evil. It's got to end. It has to end. They are feeding on our youth. They are destroying our future as a people. And it's got to stop. It's even in our entertainment. Tom Hanks ran to Greece to avoid being charged, to hide from this investigation. Did anyone in our government do anything about it? Has our State Department stepped up? Has our Secretary of State stepped up? Has the Attorney General stepped up? Has Trump stepped up? No. Okay, Donald Trump, for all you Pokemon politicians, I know you're sitting there getting ready, Donald Trump, I choose you. Donald Trump could take that executive order pen he's so happy about using, and he could mandate resources for the Department of Justice specifically to this problem. But he doesn't. Because none of them care. Because they're all some way tied to this. Whether he's scared of the people doing it or he's one of the people doing it, even he has something in this. And I want to believe he's a good man. He got my vote. He'll probably get my vote again. I want to believe he's a good man. I want to believe that he's just holding out for a second term, and his second term he's going to go balls in on this. I want to believe that more than anything. And I hope it's the truth. But right now I'm not seeing much. At the end of the day, Cannon Hennitz, Natalie Wallace, Polly Klaas, Kevin Connor, and millions of other children who have been murdered, exploited, and God knows what else over the last 80 years are not footnotes in some media news vault. They were vital, beautiful children and a very important piece of our future that was taken from us. And it's time we stand up and stop it. As always, folks, be decent to each other. We're all in this together.